Intro music. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know why that's intro music. That's the worst intro music. I don't do that one. But there's some intro music. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Digesting Streams Episode 2, Beyonce and Vtubers. I don't know if you know this, Jet, but we are the fastest growing podcast in our space. We have just passed Chocobo Chuckles podcast. So we are number 2 in our space, ahead of them. We just passed them.
Nice. Ruined by the second.
Excellent. Don't ask me where I got that information from. Top secret classified podcaster information. Today's episode, we'll be talking about Beyonce. We'll be talking about some VTuber news, talking about some streaming issues that some streamers have brought to my attention, and then we'll be talking about three streamers that we found this week that we liked, and that'll be the show. Hopefully it'll go well. Oh, and as always, special guest at the end of the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Super excited for our special guest this time. We will definitely have a good time. All right.
Also remember that here we click so you don't get baited. Please.
Yeah. We click so you don't get baited. Exactly. All right. For our first story, Jet, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yes, I did watch the Super Bowl before we broke DSR yesterday.
Oh man,
it was tough. It was nice. I did not watch any of the ads because countries, and I did not watch the halftime show.
You didn't see Beyonce become a Twitch streamer?
Not live.
No.
I watched it later.
Beyonce, in an attempt to break the internet, became a Twitch streamer momentarily. I'm not going to play the ad because I personally hate ads, and I just don't like people seeing ads. I'm not going to play the ad. But in the ad, Beyonce momentarily becomes a Twitch streamer under the name I Am Slayonce. This is an actual channel. Like, this is not just a made-up thing. This is the actual channel. Obviously, no flair. We don't know much about them, but we're sure I Am Slayonce is great.
Yeah. Also, like, it already has like what 44K subscribers or followers already.
44K. Yeah, 40. Well. Okay, so it just jumped 5K. When I first pulled this up a couple hours ago, it was 39K. Now it's 44K. So this is the fast growing channel. Listen, if Beyonce ever streamed, she might actually break Twitter. I don't know. I know Twitter. Last week. We talked about Twitter not being profitable. Beyonce streaming might actually fix that. Beyonce is one of the few human beings that could do that. Her or her husband, Jay-Z, or as he's known in where I'm from, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't actually watch any of the commercials. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, do you think she's going to have like a great success as a streamer?
I feel like Beyonce can just do anything. Literally anything she'll be good at it. I mean, she hasn't actually streamed once, and she has 45K followers. She's gonna be fine. I don't think she'll actually stream though. I think she'll just leave that to us. Like, she'll leave us to the experts. We're the experts. Expert streamers. But no, I think it'll be. I think she'd do a good. I think she could do it, and I think. I don't think she'll ever do it. I don't think she wants to do it. I think she has an awesome lifestyle without streaming. I'm not worried about Beyonce streaming.
Yeah, absolutely. No, she has her live result already, but I'm curious how it's going to work if she actually streams and she actually.
What game?
I'm assuming she's just going to play video games and play her music on the background sometimes.
Do you think she'd get DMCA'd for playing her own music?
For her own music, yeah. I think that's going to happen.
Just like the Twitch stream auto mod would just be like, no, you can't play your Beyonce on Beyonce's channel.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. What game do you think she'd play?
Rhythm games. She's going to play Fire and Ice or Guitar Hero or something like that.
I can't imagine. I cannot imagine a world where she plays Final Fantasy 14. That would be.
We never know.
We
Like
never
a
know.
lot of people is just playing the video game
That's
already.
true. If she played Final Fantasy 14, the Final Fantasy 14 servers would just like turn on fire because everyone would try to get on. You'd have a ton of fans who just have no idea what Final Fantasy 14 is, just be like, oh yeah, let's go play with Beyonce in this video game that we've, and then the servers would just melt into the ground.
It's going to be it would be wild, right? Because everyone would like to have a G pose with Beyonce's character
Oh
in
my gosh,
Limsa.
the AFK in
Uh,
Limsa would get so crowded, even more so than before.
mm-hmm.
Oh man, I can't imagine that world. All right, for transition to camera two, but not really camera two. Camera there, two. Our next story.
Yes.
This has been a problem that has come up with several streamers I've talked to. Uh, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. If you play this will be a spoiler here for the game, but it's not a spoiler because you played the original. You do the same thing, and that's what I'm about to talk about. But in Final Fantasy VII demo, if you play the piano in the certain place in a certain scene, or you might get a copyright, not a copyright strike, but what do they call it? A copyright holder of dubious means might pretend that uh, they have a copyright
But
claim on your content, and then what YouTube does then is they put the money in a little bit of an escrow, and then they hope that the streamer doesn't dispute it, and they claim whatever ad content that streamer would have gotten. These aren't. We are unsure if these are real or companies or not. I could not track them down, and I spent a lot of time trying to figure this out. Uh, when I searched the company names you see here, nothing of note came up that I could figure out. Some of them might be real, some of them might not be real. But what I was able to determine for sure is that at least some of these companies aren't real that do this. Not necessarily on this content, but they go to unclaimed music and they say this is ours, demonetize it or send the monetization to us, and then they hope that the streamer doesn't notice, and then they collect the money after time runs out. Is that basically right, Jet?
Yeah, that's basically right. Like especially for just the ones we are looking right now, both are supposed to be in Latin America. One is either for what I think both are from Brazil, so they are probably just working around the law from within Brazil that they can't do this in YouTube Brazil, but it doesn't work for the entire world, and these things come out, right? Like there are other troubles for people like just make music that doesn't have copyright, and you can just use it on YouTube videos, and they claim this stuff so they can get the revenue from you instead of not
Okay.
revenue at all, right? So yeah, it's a big deal, and it's not new, but it's weird that happens with themes like this. And of
Look,
course, the problem, or what I believe the problem is that at some point these big companies like Square Enix is going to find out these other companies are getting their copyright from YouTube, and they are not going to sue Philscap, Must CS, whatever the name of this company is. They are going to sue YouTube for letting that happen. And it's going to be wild.
that's interesting. Hey, people are filling in the chat. Hello, chat. Sorry. This is not Jazz and Geo. Welcome to chat. This is episode 2 of
Hi.
Digesting Streams. Welcome to the Mog Talk Union, or Mog Talk Union. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the episode. We're talking about copyright strikes on YouTube channels, and I'm wondering what the liability is here because I'm not certain that there is. I don't. If YouTube is a publisher, I don't know that they are actually liable. I think it's mostly on the artist end to take care of this. And I can't imagine that Square Enix is going to sue random Brazilian company over this. I just don't think.
Yeah.
I think the legal resources and the money they would extract would be less than the lawyer fees they would have to pay to do that.
I don't know. Okay, like picture this: we get super famous, right? We
Yeah.
get 100K followers at some point, and we use a music that doesn't have copyright, and then one of these companies come around and say, "Hey, no, that's my music," and we start this process of suing people and stuff, and they just come back to us and say, "Hey, we can just forget about it and just unclaim this if you pay us $1 million or something like that." So it can be dangerous at some point for big streamers or content creators.
Um, just to address Gio's question there in the chat, Gio says, "I thought they go after the person who owns the YouTube account, putting the content on YouTube." In this particular case, they've just not copyright, made a claim on the copyright of uncopyrighted music in the game. So if you, for lack of a better phrase, in the game, if you play the piano, you know, there's no exact copyright on that music if you just kind of play random notes or whatever. So they can make a claim on this uncopyrighted music and say, no, this is our music that no one else has claimed on. Because no one else has claimed it, they will put a claim in. This is basically just like they're casting a wide net and hoping that the streamer doesn't notice. Yeah. So they're casting a very wide net, hoping that the streamer doesn't notice that they've made these claims. The account will be demonetized for a bit. Any ad revenue it was make goes into, I don't know if the YouTube version of this, but basically goes into a version of escrow, and then after the time runs out, the YouTube will distribute the money to the. If the content creator doesn't claim it, YouTube will distribute the money to the person who made the content, who made the copyright claim. I think I said that right.
Yeah.
It's a pretty scummy business practice because, listen, streamers. It's tough being a streamer, right? You can't be taking money from content creators who are just trying, who are earnestly trying. So it's just a terrible business practice.
Also, every time a new RPG comes out, this happens time and time and again. Okay. I remember that this happened like a couple of years ago with The Last of Us 2, that you could play the guitar.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the theme of The Last of Us in the guitar. And this exact same thing happened. Like someone claimed that it was their music, and it's like, no, it's from the company, and the company is not taking that music. So why are you doing this?
Wait a minute, hang on.
It's annoying.
Wait, hang on. I actually have on my YouTube channel. I actually loaded up. I played the song in the last episode. I put it on my YouTube channel. So let's see if they gave me a copyright strike. This would be funny. This would be hysterical. Where is it? Dashboard. Your channel.
Do I follow your channel? Your YouTube channel?
You should. There's nothing good on it.
It's going to be the podcast at some point.
Oh yeah, it'll be the podcast. Eventually, it'll be the podcast. But right now, there's nothing on it. Yeah. Huh. I have a copyright. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Let me. Here, yeah. I'm gonna do an impromptu thing. I'm just gonna play the clip that got copyright struck. Sorry for the slight diversion, Jet. We're gonna.
No, it's perfectly fine. Just put it.
Yeah,
here.
Right here.
Yeah.
This is the clip that got copyright, where they're taking away the money from me.
And the sound.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Everything I have found here, I'm not found by myself. Try and sometimes you'll succeed.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
To make this pain.
This is my favorite.
Did you get the copyright from the company or from someone that it's not the company?
It's definitely not the company. So I'm looking at the company here, and it's could not tell you the name of, like, it's something not English.
I can't see.
And I know
life
not it's not
today.
Naughty Dog. It's not Sony.
Days of you and me.
But yeah, this video with a total of 1 like, 35 views.
Well,
Has
you
the
just
comments.
lost like a half of a
I want my
quarter. I don't
quarter
know.
back. I want my 12 cents back.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even think to check on that before the show. That's crazy. All right, we're gonna close this and talk about our next story.
Yeah.
So today's a small theme of today's show after Beyonce and The Last of Us is going to be VTubers, and this VTuber was terminated. Celine Tatsuki, she used to partner with Nijisanji, and as far as I can tell, she was doing some creative. I'm going to try to give what I had believed to be the unbiased. I'm not going to get it perfectly right, but basically the story is Nijisanji um, had a talent called Celine Satsuki, and what this person did was they did several events. One of the things that they did recently was they went and collaborated with another artist, another content creator, and then Nijisanji did not give them permission. There was something about, okay, if Satsuki did it, Nijisanji would have to get the copyright permission, but Tatsuki got the permission by themselves, but didn't go through Nijisanji. That's a little gray from my understanding, but what I wanted to use this story to talk about is VTubers. There's two kinds of VTubers, or not two kinds. There's probably many kinds of VTubers. There's two ways to become a VTuber. One is to pay for everything out of pocket, and the other is to partner with an agency. So I guess my first question, Jet, is why would a VTuber partner with an agency when they can just go and get someone to make it themselves?
Well, the agencies for VTubers, especially in Japan, they work like the academies for music, for musicians, right? So they provide everything. They provide the model, in this case for the VTuber, the model, the overlays, the audience already. They make all the backstage. They do all that.
Okay.
So it's easier for someone that has certain amount of talent to just be famous there. The problem is they own you. They own everything from you. Your model, your name, not your voice, but basically all the jokes, all the things you make for the agency, it's on them. Nothing is on you. So it's the dark side.
The dark side
of agencies.
Of the agencies. So the agencies own everything, but the VTuber doesn't have to pay for everything. I looked into making. I thought it'd be, my complete naivete was, I thought it'd be really easy to become a VTuber. Like, yeah, just get an artist, give them a couple $100, and they'd make you a VTuber. No, this isn't a good VTuber model is like in the thousands of dollars. So this is a way for someone who doesn't have that kind of money to become a VTuber without the upfront cost. Yeah, it's brutally expensive. My goal my idea for this bit would be to have me and Jay as VTubers just for this one. While we talked about it, it was just financially not. It was cost prohibitive. Listen, we couldn't afford to have Frost in this show, so we just decided we couldn't do VTubers either.
Yeah, we had a discussion before. It was either we do VTuber models or we get Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and there's no question about it.
And it's tough being a streamer. So when a VTuber, so the term for when a VTuber and their agency leave is to quote unquote graduate or go through graduation. Yeah, stick figures. This is what we would be. Go through graduation. And if it's amicable, it's graduation. If it's not amicable, it's just termination. Now, the other question I have is, like, if you can afford the upfront cost, what are you know if you're sorry, not the upfront costs. If you can't afford the upfront cost, what do you get from this? You get they take care of. Do they pay a salary or do they pay an income? Like what is the incentive to go that route if they're going to pay for everything, own everything? What does the VTuber get from it other than they get the kit?
Well, let's say you can afford your own model
Yep.
and you can provide it for the agency. Well, they can give for you again the audience,
Okay.
since
So marketing.
marketing in general, marketing
Okay.
it's the strong point from them. So imagine like Square Enix makes a VTuber academy. So you put everything on your end, but Square Enix still owns whatever you
Okay.
can show to them. It's basically like Disney,
Ah,
right?
okay. Another lovely
So
company.
exactly, right? It's exactly the same. They provide everything for you. They put you on the spotlight. They make you famous. But if you're not in their terms, you get terminated or graduated,
Graduated.
right?
Terminator graduated. Like, listen, they sound like it's the same effect, but it seems like a very different effect. Like, I'd rather
Oh, both.
graduate but not be terminated.
Both are sad. Both are really sad for the community because that means they are not going to see that VTuber ever again.
Really. So,
Yeah.
what is terminated? Someone's worse than fired. So if you were a VTuber, do you like how sticky or could they bring their audience with them to a new channel? If they just said, "Hey, I'm Selena Satsuki, but now I'm on this channel over here." How do you can you just do the same thing? But like maybe you have to get your own model or
You have to get your own model, but
Yeah.
I think some companies allow them to keep their audience, right? To say, hey, I was Celine, I cannot be Celine anymore, but I'm going to be here now since I graduated or whatever.
Okay.
But especially this company, Nijisanji, they just know nothing. So you don't know who was Celine ever
Okay.
because NDAs and stuff.
Oh, so you don't know who the quote unquote liver is. Okay.
No. In fact, if they for some reason show them at some point during their contract with the company, they just get terminated
Oh man.
really fast.
If you're at Nijisanji, this is a great business model. It's awful for the for the VTuber, but
Oh yeah, it's a
Jesus.
pyramidal scheme.
You know,
I think we have a really bad problem in Latin America with these kind of companies because they
Go ahead.
take everything and they don't give back anything to the VTubers. They just disappear one day, overnight, the entire company with all your money.
In the chat, sounds like record companies are branching out. Definitely.
Yeah, basically that.
Basically that. Goodness. What was I going to say? But it seems like there would be, I don't know, like in America, you would have like a small business loan where like, a small business would loan a company startup capital. There should be like a VTuber equivalent where you like, hey, listen, chat, $1 million idea for you right here. Maybe not $1 million, maybe like $100,000 idea for you. Loans to VTubers. Give them a loan so they can get started, and then they pay you back like a car loan. There should be a way to do this. This is not America, but this is America. Damn it!
Well,
This is
you
Japan.
say that, but this is Mexico.
This is Mexico. It's Japan. It's France. It's Europe. Come on, capitalism, work for us. Give us the VTuber content we want.
I don't think that's how capitalism works, but I think the independent VTubers use, I don't know, Patreon, Kickstart,
Okay.
Ko-fi, and usually most of them are artists. Like they draw something, so they start the independent ones at least. They have the skill to make their own model
I like
somehow.
I just have this. So chat pointed out, Geo and chat pointed out, just have to justify it to a loan officer. And I can just imagine, like all the loan officers I've ever met have been like old people, and so I'm gonna go up to them and be like, listen, I need a loan, and with the money you give me, I'm gonna create a cartoon character, and I'm gonna be on Twitch, or YouTube or wherever. It'll go so well. Let me tell you, it'll go so well. The loan officers will be like, yes, I know what all of those things are.
Man, can you do an impersonation of Donald Trump? That would be perfect right now.
Right now?
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I have an idea.
Listen, let me tell you.
Yeah.
A VTuber came up to me, big, strong VTuber. They, with a tear in their eye, they're crying. You didn't think that cartoons could cry, but cartoons can cry for sure. They told me, Donald, I need a loan.
Yeah, exactly like that. That would be perfect. We just need to pitch the idea to Trump in this election.
Trump throws. I don't want to do politics here, but Trump endorsed NFTs, and NFTs are definitely a scam.
Yeah.
There's no way we could convince Donald Trump to do this. I'm sure we could.
We just need to sell the idea that he can evade taxes with this.
I don't know if he can evade taxes or not.
I don't know either, but he doesn't need to know that.
He doesn't need to know that. We're just going to pitch him the business model.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. And now we transition from... Oh, wait, hold on. One more thing. Nijisanji. When they let Spofi go, this occurred on February 5th in the time zone of this monitor. Right when they started doing this, the stock was trading about, let's call that 3,800 yen, give or take. And today is trading around, let's call that 3,300. So that's basically, off the top of my head, 15% market cap. It's on a $1.5 billion company, so a couple $100 million. That's not nothing. And it's not like the market crashed. This purple line is the Japanese Nikkei, which is basically flat over the time period, even up slightly. And then Anycolor, the parent company of Nijisanji, not so good. I was looking at it, and what was it? I did notice other talent and other people have taken a break from streaming on Nijisanji platforms, and even down here, this is a company that makes PC accessories. They have taken a break with custom PC accessories maker Height announced it had terminated current projects with Nijisanji, standing with the Vtubers in consolidation. So I don't know anything about Height, but it seems like they're standing with the good guys. So let's if you need PC accessories, let's go with Height. Height, you could sponsor us. We could get sponsors on this show. Height.
Yeah. For one last thing, this move from Nijisanji, it was really bad for the community, for the VTuber community audience, because everyone realized that they were just scamming the VTubers and just being like a slave company, for if you want to take it like that way. So they lost a lot of sponsorships and viewers and support from the community in general. It felt like if you were the Patriots during the 2000s and you just laid off Brady for no reason.
Oh.
So, yeah, listen, you can imagine now.
The Patriots without Brady now are bad. They would have been worse back then.
Exactly.
Or maybe not. Who knows? I mean, it's hard for them to actually get worse. They've been terrible. They have been terrible. All right. Transition music. All right. For our first streamer that we're going to talk about Spofi. Spofi is a VTuber. They do a lot of JRP. They do a lot of, it's called RPG based content. They do a lot of Final Fantasy. They do. I think I saw them doing Final Fantasy Rebirth demo. They're actually when we came live. Don't go watch them now. But when we came live, they were doing a roundtable with several other streamers, talking about their experience with the Final Fantasy Rebirth demo. Watch them after this. Watch us first, then go pay attention to them. Very, very important. The order is important.
Yes.
We're gonna play a clip here real quick. It's just a couple seconds. Basically, they're trying to chase down a bard in PvP, and that always goes well.
one bard. They're like, I'm on the run. No, you're not. Wait, maybe you are. Maybe you are. It's okay. It's okay. No. Wait, wait. I'm so sorry. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You were on the run. I was wrong. I'm out. No. Hey. Stop that. Stop that right now. Oh my freaking God. I'm sorry, okay? I apologize.
I've been there so many times.
No, we've definitely been there. We've definitely been there. Like, oh, I'm gonna get this kill in PvP, and then all of a sudden another player shows up, and you start negotiating with them. Like, please let me go.
Yeah, I was just walking around. I thought I had an opportunity. Now I realize my error. Please let me go. It was not my intention. Just go your way. I go my way, please.
As someone who's grinding out PvP achievements, I understand that moment where you're like, I can get a win here. This will help me. And then all of a sudden, wait a minute. This has gone terribly wrong. I've made a huge mistake.
Stuffy is really fun. It's a really fun VTuber streamer.
So they were really fun. I don't have the clip lined up, but I saw a bunch of clips of them raiding in Savage, and I'm sure I hope a lot of people have had this experience. But it's them talking. It's a bunch of clips of them having silliness with their raid group, and their raid group seems like a bunch of fun people. I didn't quite catch all the names, but it's a good vibe. It's very, very funny. One day raid, they obviously are having a good time, and that makes their streaming content a good time for sure.
Yeah, she's also like the leader of the Ethernet, which just collects a bunch of streamers of different kind from Final Fantasy XIV, and it's amazing. Like she's the founder of that, but I think she has in the Roost, Lamatot, Rockery, Mystic,
Okay.
Brian
very
Ricardo,
cool.
Tequila Shots, one streamer that we're going to talk about later, and this streamer that passed away a month ago.
Oh, that's right.
Ukajutsu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So,
I never got to meet them, but everyone everyone I've heard talk about them says nothing but good things, and they definitely left behind good memories for everyone they were with. I never was never lucky enough to meet them, but what was I going to say? The other thing Spoofy does is I saw on their channel that they were having tech camera issues, and as someone who works on streaming cameras is really, really frustrating. And I do appreciate that Spoofy puts very useful tips on their Twitter stream. And let me tell you, I literally had to figure something out, and I watched something that they did. It wasn't this clip exactly, but let me tell you, very, very helpful. So I appreciate both the troubleshooting tips and their streaming content. I had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. Also really helpful for the community.
For sure.
On 14.
I mean, they just seem like there's no one that we talk about that I'm like, why are they here? Like there's certain people where I'm extra thankful that they're around. And Spoofy's one of them for sure. I've watched Spoofy's content on and off for over a year at this point, and I think they're actually like a good chill stream to have. All right, our next streamer is Zipsy Sakura. Now, every time I get to show a Stydian shirtless, people love it. We did it last week. Yes. We're gonna do it again. This is the content that people want. So we're gonna show the clip of Stydian. If you haven't done the story, spoiler alerts.
Don't shut your eyes. Just enjoy the clip, but just forget whatever is happening around.
In chat, where are the nipples? He's definitely got the Aladdin nipples going on. Aladdin nipples, if you don't know, in the original Disney movie, Aladdin doesn't have nipples. He just has a V and where his chest should be. When he's running around Agrabah singing Street Rat, you should see his nipples there. They're not there.
Mm-hmm.
Stydian has the same nipples. But
okay, yeah. Shall we disrobe as well?
What? Huh?
No. We simply caught our friend unprepared. He will make himself presentable at once.
Excuse me? Yes, please put some, clean yourself, before you eat, wash your hands, stuff like that.
That's just well edited. That is a well edited React video for sure.
I mean, Sipsy is an old friend of mine, and she started to do streaming, like properly streaming with a schedule and so on, like a year ago, something like that. And she's just doing great, if I may say, even better than me.
Of course.
But she likes to play a lot of Final Fantasy 14, especially MSQ, but she's not. She's a high-end raider, but not super high-end, so it's always chill and fun with her friends. She usually plays alone with the gacha games like Honkai. I forgot the name of the game. Honkai
Star Rail.
Star? Yeah, that. Or Genshin Impact, right?
Okay.
But most of the time she plays with her friends. Either I was there a couple of times, but just her static playing Lethal Company or any other piratey games. So she's really chill, really cool.
Oh man, that's
And
good.
basically just new.
I like one of the themes that's going to become apparent for our streamers is that they all have good, fun, healthy raid groups. Not raid groups that are overly toxic or overly challenging to be a part of, but it seems like they're all in raid groups where they found fun people that understand them, and people that when you need to correct something, you can talk to them about it without. You can disagree and discuss without arguing and getting angry. I think that's a really good quality to have. I saw this in a couple clips with Zipsy, and then also with a previous with Spofi, where you're able to disagree without yelling at each other.
Yeah. Well, you had an experience about that. So.
Oh yeah,
From
no.
talking.
I don't want to play. I'm not going to play the clip now, but I had a very, very fun experience with a very, very angry raid group that I think about often, and I look for people who are not in that raid group. I mean, sorry, half the people in that raid group are very, very good. Half of them were not very, very good, and that's what we'll say about them. All right.
Another thing about Sipsy, just before we move on,
of
is
course.
that she engaged a lot with her chat.
That's
every
good.
time she can, she engage with the chat.
You know what we should do? We should try to gauge the relationship between chat and the streamer. And like, is it a friendly chat? Is it a calm chat? Or is it like PvP chat? Is it like the chat is trying to get the streamer to mess up?
It depends on the streamer. If you
That's
ask
true.
me, my chat is always trying to kill me. Right, Gio and Jazz?
Chat is a reflection
Right.
of the streamer. That is true. I've heard this before.
Yes.
Chat is a reflection of the streamer. And Gio's not trying to kill you. The reflection is trying to kill you.
You just need to go to my channel and type !lost and see what is happening.
Oh goodness, I will do that for sure. I want
Want you to win and struggle in the process? Yes, I know.
it's they want you to struggle, and then they want the resolution. They want the conflict, and then they want the happy ending.
Yes.
All right, for our third streamer today, we're talking about transition music. Chili Farmer.
I love this guy.
Chili Farmer is very, very funny. I recently discovered Chili Farmer, so I can't say that I know them super well. But the content I found, it was making me laugh. This is the favorite. Of the clips I looked at, this is my favorite. We're going to play it real quick, and then we will talk about Chili Farmer.
So I heard about these housing lottery problems, so I went to investigate. I walked around the block and found this Karen erasing names off the entry board and writing her name. I decided to confront her. Hey, what are you doing? Hi. Hello. What are you doing? I'm just bidding on a new home in the great land of Halone. Are you erasing names? Yes, I am. What? What do you mean? What? I mean, like what? Like what in Thal's balls is going on? Your mouth, Halone, is listening. What are you doing? I am doing a service. A service? Have you heard of some of these names on the entry board? No, but I don't care because that's wrong. You can't do that. A blowfist win? Do you really? Do you really
That is a lore accurate name. That is very, very good.
Yeah.
want to live next to a blowfist win? Sure, why not? A Tia? Maidenless? I can't support that. I just can't. I cannot support that, ma'am. No, but love the Makote and hate the Tia. I'm calling the Temple Knights. Go ahead. Go ahead. This is a Halone fearing neighborhood, and I and many others, and let me emphasize, many others. There are many others. I can name so many of the others, and we will keep these club owners, Moogle impersonators, and giant mechanical fish statues out of our neighborhoods. I'm still calling them our homes. I'm still calling them. Well, Halone loves you.
Oh, that was so good. Oh man, that person would the character there would absolutely get a kick out of hanging out on the Balmung quicksands. Good times, I'm sure, would be had.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's something like I always address whenever I talk about this guy, I always address that he's an actor.
Yeah.
Like he studied for acting, so a lot of his content is just around it, right? He's acting and performing something around like the current character. I think he has another type of content that it's like he's making like a documentary of people,
Yeah.
like how people behave in Limsa, right? That's the documentary, but it's like an animal documentary. So he's saying like, oh, now we see the Lalafell working around the normal environment and so on. And so he's really fun. Also, he's also part of the Ethernet with Spoofy.
Okay.
This is the other content creator. He's part of the Ethernet, and he's part of something called the Curtain Call Theater Company,
Oh.
which I don't know if they're still doing it, but they did a couple of plays inside Final Fantasy XIV. I couldn't see any, sadly. I never had the chance to see one of those plays, but they just create a full script, go into some place and just perform a play with emotes and obviously within the stream, so you don't have to type stuff, but just talk about it. And the last one they were going to do, it's going to become like a mini movie on YouTube.
Yeah, so I've actually seen some of these plays and seen some of this content. So it's actually really well done. They take plays that you may have heard of, and then they not only they just act them out within the game, but they have they've well choreographed these plays so that you can actually get it. Obviously, it'll never be like going to a real life play or performance, but as close as you can get to that within Final Fantasy, if you didn't know better, you could almost imagine it being a cutscene in Final Fantasy that you're watching.
Yeah,
they are definitely, if you can catch them, definitely worth checking out. I thought they're very well done, and I always appreciate that kind of content. Go ahead.
Also, he focuses a lot in the RP community. So he always goes to venues or houses that are made for like a specific theme. I don't know, think about a Mario Bros. House.
Yeah.
That you can just have a jumping puzzle inside the house.
Well,
of course, he will try to show any play he finds in the game. He will just put it on Twitter at some point and say, "Hey, I saw this today in this place, so come and check it."
Okay. All right. Well, that's all. Sorry, that's all I have for Mr. Chili Farmer. I think that listen, check out Chili Farmer. Very, very good. But with that, that is our third streamer. We are transitioning to
Special
post
guest.
show, where we will bring in our special guest. Our special guest, you may know her as the melee from our raid group. They are Aeneas, and they are going to be joining us right after they finish their current cosplay project. And that should take like what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? How long does it? How long does it take to make a cosplay?
Full
Oh.
cosplay? I think it's
hang on.
months. I think it was months.
These things take forever. She's never going to be on this show.
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I've let us down.
tonight.
No special guest today. Next week we'll have a special guest for sure. For sure. But thanks for watching. On YouTube, the clip will be ending right about now with transition music. And we're going to hang out with Twitch chat for a quick post show.